What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and today the goal is to get this car moving, and I'll try to drive it around the neighborhood and see if it actually works. I know the engine works, but I'm not sure about the transmission. So I'll change the spark plugs, change the oil, clean up the car a little bit, and I'll add some good fuel and see how it runs. So I'll keep my fingers crossed that the car will actually drive by itself. If you want to see the car moving, maybe skip all the way to 8 minutes. I think that's where I'll be starting the car. So let's go. So I'm going to change some spark plugs, and I'm using the NGK, and these are BR6ES. These are copper. Actually the car has Bosch ones, but I could not find Bosch, so I went with the one I could find. This is a spark plug remover. You can see it has a rubber inside. The blue part is a little rubber, and then it's magnetic. That comes very handy on these cars because spark plugs are underneath the cover. There is a thin metal sheet on top that helps guide the air so it can cool the engine, since this is air-cooled engine. With a magnetic tool like this one, comes in pretty handy, and I guess some extension, and you can get a jointed one so you can have an angle. So I'll change them and we'll see how they look like. So these are Bosch spark plugs, and as you can see, it's actually in pretty good condition. I'll go ahead and throw some new ones in there. So depending on what kind of wires you're running, if you're using OEM wires, you might have to take the cap off. Like my older 914, I had to take this off, but for me, I have these MSD wires. I don't have to take this cap off for these, I just have to gap them. So I was doing some research earlier, and you can see the 1.7 and 1.8. You need a 0.6 millimeter gap. The gap over here, I think the Bosch, they come pre-gapped already, but the NGK, you do need to gap them. But this being a 2.0 liter engine, I need a 0.7 millimeter or 0.028 inches. So you want to be careful when you put the spark plug in there, because the case is made of aluminum and it's very easy to strip them. So if you can, use your hands and make sure it's going in easy. Make sure I'm not cross threading. To tighten up, I'll just use my tool right here and make like a quarter turn. I don't have the torque wrench. I ordered one already. Next time I'll use a torque wrench to make sure they are within spec. And this Bosch W7cc, I could not find this anywhere, even online. Today I was thinking maybe I should change oil on this 914, and I realized I still have the same jack. This one could not get under the car, so I spent some money, got a proper jack, a low profile that will be able to get underneath these cars. So here it is. It's Pittsburgh, so I bought this from Harbor Flight, but you can see the difference, how high this is compared to this. You know what, it does not come with a pad that goes here, so that's a little bit disappointing, because now I have to put something here every time I lift the car, or I have to go online and buy like a rubber piece that goes here so it doesn't dent my car. So this was, I think, $130, and I also received these copper crash washers so I can put them on the drain plug. So I'm just draining the oil, and looking at this, it doesn't look too bad. I don't believe this is magnetic, but I'll check the oil to see if there's any metal shavings. But so far the oil doesn't look too bad, although I know it's been sitting in the car for a long time. So I'll change this washer right here. And the reason you always want to put a new washer is because these get crushed. Like this is the old one. You can see it's malleable, it's very bendable, but they get crushed on there and they get destroyed. So I don't think this was changed last time, so it came out in parts. So I'm going to put 4 of these, and I'll check the oil and see if I need to add any more. But while I'm filling the oil, I am actually going to clean up the bay a little bit, just to make it a little neat. It's a lot of dust. I want it to look a little bit nicer. Gas is $5. Obviously a very funny sticker there. So while the fuel is filling up, I'm actually going to make a road legal and put some new tags on this because I actually just got it registered. So I have added fresh fuel, and also I checked oil level. The spark plugs are done. So I have a fire extinguisher ready just in case it bursts into flames. So I'll put the kill switch on there. See if it'll start. The battery is dying. We might not be able to. Let's try it again. Come on, come on. Yeah, the battery is dead. That sucks. So I got my jumper here. So go ahead and connect it and see if we can start it again. So the car is really struggling to start. So I am going to check the spark plug to see if they are fouled. So I checked the spark plugs on this, and I actually took all 4 of them out. None of them are fouled, and I could not smell gas on those spark plugs. So I'm thinking I could be having a fuel issue. I think the fuel pump is okay. When I put in the ignition, I think I can hear it kick in. This fuel pump is from a Porsche 911. It's a very expensive fuel pump to replace. I looked online and this thing is $1,000. So I'm hoping this is not the issue. So I'll set the camera here and I'll turn in the ignition and see if I can hear it. Hopefully that was the fuel pump kicking in. So I'm going to spray some starter fluid and see if I can get it to start. See, the car does start with the starter fluid, so we know it's a fuel issue. I don't know if it's up front or in the back, so we have to check a few things. But in the back, I took out 2 injectors from the driver's side, and they are not spraying any fuel. So I don't know if it's the pump or if there is no power to the injectors. Although we know it's fuel, it could still be electrical. So hopefully I can figure it out soon, and I just keep my fingers crossed it's not the fuel pump, because I don't want to replace that fuel pump. So now I'm just playing the game of elimination. So I'll be doing that on the next video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.